This is Today.
The kids are finally back to school. Most parents are breaking out the champagne and shouting, hooray! But sometimes the kids aren't quite so happy about it.
Dana Points, editor-in-chief of Parents Magazine, is here with some remedies for parents whose kids have a case of the back-to-school blues. A lot of kids have some complaints, right, when they get back in the groove, right?
What are they most afraid of, would you think?
Well, one thing is that other kids aren't going to play with me, right? That
we're talking
sense
little
of
kids.
Little kids.
What
like
age are you
shyness,
talking
like
about?
early, preschool, elementary, early elementary years.
So if your child does come to you and say, look, Mom, I had no one to play with today, how do you react to something like that?
Well, this is one where you really need to come down and see it through the child's eyes, because we adults tend to think, oh, everyone's excluding my child, she's being, discriminated. It's not really usually that with young kids. They're not conscious of it. They're just playing. So encourage your child. You might want to kind of get down on the floor with the pile of blocks and role play with her. And you pretend to be one of the other kids who's playing and have her come over and say, hi, can I play with you? And just repeat that, 10, 15
Don't make
times.
a big deal out of it.
Don't make a big deal out of it. Let her practice saying it, and then she'll probably find that she can slide right in.
Okay, so that's the little ones. A lot of them are scared of the unknown, and a lot of kids are just shy.
Yeah, I think so too. What if you have a feeling that your kid comes to you and says, you know what, Mom, my teacher doesn't like me, and that happens a lot.
This is a little more typical in an older elementary school age child, and if it happens during the first week or two of school, just wait it out. Don't kind of get all upset
Don't call the
yet.
teacher in question.
Don't call the teacher yet. Give it like a week, maybe even 2 weeks, and then if the child is still complaining, take it seriously and try to get concrete examples of what is the child saying that the teacher's doing or not doing.
Because the child may be right.
Well, it's unlikely the teacher really hates the child. You want to look at the teacher as your ally, but there's definitely maybe some cases where the chemistry isn't great, but your first stop should be the teacher. So go to the teacher, go with some concrete examples of what the child is saying that the teacher's doing. I mean, some teachers are just more strict.
Yeah, but could that boomerang, and then the teacher then later just, that isn't crazy about that kid because they, the kid sort of tattled on him.
But at the first stage, you are intervening directly with the teacher. You're saying, look, adult with adult, I know this is happening.
My kid is concerned about this.
I think the more dangerous thing is for you to make an end run around the teacher and go to the administration.
Oh, yeah, no, we didn't suggest that.
Okay, what if your kid shows up and doesn't like his or her backpack or clothes, stuff that make a kid sort of fit in? Yeah.
This is a classic problem. And hopefully you followed the cardinal rule, which is you've shopped with your child. So your child had some, involvement. Exactly.
Skin in the game is what they say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you want to go back and remind your child why they like that thing in the first place. Like, remember you liked that backpack because it was red, or remember you liked the shiny thing hanging off of it. And if that doesn't work, say, look, I'll think about it. And then just wait and see. Give it a few days, right? Which in a child's mind can be ages and ages. And oftentimes they'll forget it,
but you risk them not forgetting it. Say, Mom, have you thought about it? Now I want it, which I'm not sure is the thing we want to do.
Well, there are going to be times, and you'll find this, I'm sure you found this throughout your child's life, when they say, everyone has this, right? Well, it's not always true, and if you're friendly with the other parents, you can kind of call and say.
But even if they do. That's
so
not a good thing to teach your children, that just because everybody has something, they should have it as well.
This is a serious one coming up, bullying. And that's an explosive word now.
It is a big word. And in a Parents and Lands End survey that we did this year, we found that it was one of the primary concerns of parents. So, there's been a lot of education about bullying in recent years, and I think your child is probably, in some cases, is going to be using that word and not really understanding what it means. So the first thing you want to do is figure out, first congratulate the child for even talking about it. So often the kids are afraid. But then you want to try to suss out, is it really bullying? And bullying would be if the child feels physically or emotionally threatened. If it's a case not of that, but of where the child feels competitive with another child.
Or teasing.
Or
that's part of life,
excluding. That's a whole other matter. But if it is really bullying, talk to your child. Have your child, again, role play being assertive and saying, stop, you can't do that to me. Teach them to be cool and walk away.
Thank you, Dana.
Thanks to you. Up next, keep your pants on, please. The must-have jeans for fall right after this. We have Perez Hilton coming up.
Oh, we do, with his book
about bullying.
Yes.
How about making a difference being a difference? It's cute.